This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Yes. We have a DJ, and he is DJ, and we like him.
A lot of people don't know that DJ Trackstar was actually born right here in Memphis.
Yes, he was. He is the bastard child of a hip-hop breakdancer and a Memphis moonshiner.
They had a love child, and together they escaped on foot from the law and managed to live for 18 years on nothing but fruits and vegetables.
I've heard it rumored he was mentored by Skinny Pimp himself. Y'all give it up for Skinny Pimp in the building tonight too, motherfuckers. South legend.
We All Be is under the heaven on the one and only DJ Trackstar. The category musician there like no other, man. Beyond comparison. How you doing?
Well, coming from a man who plays the trumpet like yourself, that's a very kind thing for you to say.
Well, you're very kind for saying.
Oh, you know. I remember. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to ask you this, man. How you get this gig, man? Because you sold out today.
Oh man.
You sold out today. How you get this gig?
I always say I'm gonna tell the short version. I'm gonna try to tell the real short version.
Okay.
Killer Mike was my favorite rapper. He did an interview. He put his phone number in that interview. I called it. He answered. I told him how much I appreciated him and what I was playing his records in St. Louis and all that. I told him I wanted to do a mixtape. He agreed to it. Eventually, we knocked it out. I started meeting up with him and doing shows, and it just built into what it's become. And it's crazy. It's beyond comprehension. What all this has become just off that phone call and my love for his music, because he was my favorite rapper, so I had a passion about wanting to be a part of that, so it just came from that.
That's cool. So what would you tell people that? I remember like when you first started out, you said you had them struggle nights, you had them struggle.
Oh man, now just a few years ago I was having those struggle nights. It really just came down to luck, which came from doing what I was passionate about as persistently as I could do it and trying my hardest and just doing as much as I could of what I cared about the most. And just putting my all in and trying to do it the right way. And at the end of the day, lightning struck and I didn't mess it up. But I put myself in a position to get there just by doing what I love and putting everything I had into it. It was just the opportunity came.
So what's next on the horizon for you, like when the project's coming up?
Oh man, I'm about to put out the mixtape for the tour, the Jewel Runner Tour mixtape. I'm always working on a new episode of WRTJ, which is our new radio show on Beats One Radio, on the Apple iTunes Radio. Which I guess is not even really new anymore. This is about to be episode 15, so that's every Friday night. And yeah, after this tour, we're gonna be chilling. So I'm gonna be doing more solo DJ gigs, working on more mixtapes, and just trying to keep the rap fan brand. Look that up, therapfan.com. Just working on new endeavors. It's just always a lot. Always a lot on my table.
You know what's crazy, man? I was chasing your ghost, man, or your shadow or something like that, because I remember when the Brother Jules thing came out last year too, and I was in DC when I came. I tried to get in, it was sold out. I had no clue you was the DJ.
Right. I would have had you. I would have had
right.
you. You know,
like y'all did the St. Louis thing. I tried to get y'all to Detroit because I was visiting folks for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I caught about 15 minutes of that show.
You know, for that show, you know, it's St. Louis cats opening that show.
Oh yeah.
Rockwell Knuckles, Nick Mann. Artifact. It was like saying, you know, I had some of my St. Louis homies.
For you, man.
You know, I had them open 5 shows. Tef Poe. You know, we did the St. Louis show on the night that the Wilson non-indictment came down, which was crazy intense. Yeah.
They shut the town down. Y'all really kind of remind me back in maybe in '68 where Dr. King got killed, whatever.
Yeah, in the
everybody rioted, but y'all kept the peace.
Yeah. You know, we tried.
You know, y'all with the music.
Yeah. You know, we tried to give people an outlet and a way to expend their energy and, you know, feel good and, you know, try to escape what was going on, what's still going on.
Are you surprised at the success of the Run the Jewels tours? And, you know,
I mean, at this level, you got to be surprised. I mean, I've been listening to LP since '97. Mm-hmm. Mike's been my favorite rapper for many years, so you know I can't be surprised that the music's as good as it is. But usually, the best music doesn't get this reaction,
right?
And doesn't get this response and this, you know, reception. So. I mean, none of us could have predicted this. None of us ever imagined it would blow up to be this big, you know.
So the same thing about radio play and whatnot. Is this like a movement? Would you say?
Oh, it's definitely a movement. I mean, the whole hand signal, the artwork, just the whole vibe of it. Just Mike and A.L. are just such amazing dudes, and they mean what they say, and they say what they mean, and they speak on what they believe, and people respond to that. People understand, and they react. They feel it. They feel what's coming through, and it's real. Those 2 dudes, I'm with them more than anyone. I'm with them as much or more than I'm with my wife. Wow. And these dudes are what you see on the stage and in the interviews and on the records. That's who they are. 24 hours a day. The goofy parts, the hilarious parts, the serious parts, the brilliant parts, the ridiculous. Everything you see up there. That's 9 in the morning. If you put them in the same room, it's gonna be the same. You know, it's the same stuff that comes across on the radio show. Like that's the goofy side that you don't always get with. You know, some of the records are serious, but these dudes honor every part of life. Like they love the serious just as much as they love the goofy ridiculousness, and you know, they're just amazing, brilliant dudes.
I mean, you're an amazing, brilliant guy. You up there in good company,
man,
you got equal. But what I'm saying, what I like about what y'all doing though, like you said, like I did the St. Louis show, y'all included St. Louis artists, y'all did the Memphis show, y'all included Memphis artists, even Gangsta Boo. That was very, I love it, you know.
Yeah.
It's so like organic. Like you said, y'all come across as very natural. It's so organic. And
it
really,
is.
like to me, it's like a grassroots movement. It's like a political movement. It's a grassroots movement. It's like a justice movement. Like people for righteous music.
It is.
You know,
and it's grassroots to the core. Like every guest we have on a record, everyone who participates in what we do is friends. You know what I'm saying? Mike and Gangsta Boo go back however long. Like we didn't just say, oh, who would be good? This person. Let's see if we got a contact. Everyone who we put on a record is someone got their cell phone number. We can just call them up, and it's love. You know, like it happens because everyone wants to. It's not like, oh, we'll give you this money, do this verse. You know, it's none of that. It's all real. It's all friendship and love, and you know, it's the whole thing's amazing. It's charmed. It's like beyond belief, for real. Just the idea of, you know, Run the Jewels being an 80s New York term for like, I'm robbing you, give me what you have. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just like the gun robbing the hand with the chain, and, you know, just he sent the idea to an artist, Nick Gazin, and Nick drew it, and it took off. It represented what we are in a way that visually appealed to people in a way that was amazing. It's really contributed heavily to the whole folklore movement that we got going on.
Jesse James, you went to school in Missouri. I call it Missouri.
Yeah, no doubt.
There. I think about Jesse James, the outlaw American.
Right. And that's the thing. It's got a rebellious nature, which both of these dudes have to them to the fullest. They're both very rebellious and mischievous and all that, and you know it fits. You know, it just fits who they are.
Thank you so much.
Who we are. Yeah.
Excellent. I heard of the other Jewels. Like people, I was like, when's RTJ3 coming?
Well, starting November, we're gonna like chill out on shows for a little bit, and they're gonna record, and you know they're gonna let it happen in whatever way it comes out, and whenever they have a record they're happy with, hopefully by the fall sometime, they'll drop RTJ3, and we'll start touring again for a year or 2 or 3. You know.
Oh well. And, happy life is happy wife. Right? Long as the bills paid.
Yeah, you know.
Good, she good.
You know, absolutely.
Right,
She's amazing.
Man.
Shouts
so
out to
Camille. Support a spouse.
Yeah.
And
she's amazing.
She great. Like, is she a musician herself, or?
No, she makes jewelry. She makes jewelry. So ladies, check out Peace Images Jewelry.
Yeah,
Google that.
Yeah.
PeaceImages.net. Cause yeah, she's amazing. She stays home and works on her own stuff. She comes out, visits me on the road. She supported the whole time. We were living in LA when I started DJing for Mike, and we moved to Atlanta on a whim, just to try and let me take advantage of the opportunity. And she was down like that, so you know.
That's good.
You know, it's love to her forever.
See, if you didn't listen to what you just said, you had a supportive spouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You believe in yourself, you took a chance, and things happen. But you made them happen. So do you have any closing words or thoughts you'd like to leave our listeners or viewers?
I mean, you know, really all I can say is just do what you love and try your hardest at it and be a good person, you know? Like, just try to do things the way that you know in your heart is the right way to do them, and work as hard as you can and take every opportunity you can to try and learn something or better your position, or, you know, you learn more from your mistakes. So like all the stuff that I tried when I was coming up in St. Louis that didn't work, every single one of those attempts and events and everything I tried to do taught me something that I'm using now, you know, on some level. So it's just being really, really, really active and just trying your hardest at, you know, at what you love. But it really comes down to just love and, you know, trying to do your best to be what you know you should be.
Thank you, brother Gabe.
Hey,
DJ Trackstar, the words are great to go to. We love you, man.
Hey, man, much love.
Keep on producing
much love.
and pushing, sir.
Hey,
thank you so much.